Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my YouTube channel where you get updated. I humbly request you that if you are watching me for the first time, please take your 1 second or two and subscribe, because if you do so, you will be getting a ton of content once we upload. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I'm requesting you that you like our video and also share to at least many groups. Don't joke with America if you want to live a peaceful life. Also, don't joke with American President Donald Trump, the current president. The current president in America does not tolerate madness, does not tolerate threats. He will come for you. Muhoozi Kainerugaba, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni's son, the president of Uganda, has landed into trouble after issuing threats to America. America now has decided to come for Muhoozi Kainerugaba and the Museveni's government. I don't know what is the problem with Museveni's son, Muhoozi Kainerugaba. It seems that Museveni thinks that he owns Uganda. And also Muhoozi Kainerugaba, who is the chief of defense forces in Uganda, and also who is Museveni's son, thinks that he owns Uganda. He thinks that he can do anything. Little did he know that he cannot do anything beyond Uganda. On Thursday, Muhoozi Kainerugaba threatened American. He threatened to cut ties with America after America issued a statement that they are going to sanction Uganda after the recent concluded election, whereby Museveni stole the election. He intimidated the opponents. He captured the opposition supporters and issued threats that they are looking for Robert Kyagulanyi, known as Bobi Wine, to arrest him and extract his balls. On Thursday, Muhoozi threatened America that he will consider cutting ties, cutting military cooperation with America, because he suspected that America is the one aiding Robert Kyagulanyi, if you like, Bobi Wine. Because after the recent concluded election in Uganda, the current government started looking for Robert Kyagulanyi to arrest him. But because Robert Kyagulanyi aka Bobi Wine is somehow brave, he managed to escape. The government and the military does not know where Bobi Wine is. He has been taking selfies showing that he is in Uganda. But now, Muhoozi Kainerugaba threatened America that the US embassy in Uganda is the one aiding Bobi Wine. I'm sorry. And that if they are not going to release him, they are going to cut ties with America. Now, I don't know whether this boy, when he tweets online, whether at the moment he is drunk. I don't know when he was issuing threats to America, he was drunk. Because yesterday, on Friday, he came to online, issued a public apology to America, saying that he was misled and he wanted America to forgive him after issuing them threats. Thereafter, after some times, he tweeted and said that he was going to minimize, to cut interaction online, because he has realized that he has been using some of the time online, abusing and issuing threats to people. Now, after Muhoozi Kainerugaba apologized, America has refused to accept the apology. And now, America is after Muhoozi Kainerugaba. And that is the reason as to why, when I started this video, I told you, don't joke with America if you want to live a peaceful life. Don't joke with Donald Trump if you want to live a peaceful life. Now, the American Senate Foreign and Affairs Committee, on behalf of Donald Trump, has refused to accept Muhoozi Kainerugaba's apology. And the Senate has said that they are going to take a further steps for Muhoozi Kainerugaba and the Museveni government. I did tell you that Museveni government thinks that by ruling Uganda for more than 40 years, they rule the whole world. They think that they are ruling the whole world. Little did they know that Uganda is a developing country, not a developed country. Now, the US Senator Jim Risch, the chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, has rejected the public apology issued by Ugandan General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, describing it as hollow and insufficient and calling for tougher sanctions against Uganda. Now, America is after Uganda. Museveni and his son thinks that, or thought that, after they have stalled the election, they can threaten anybody. Now, America is after them. In a statement issued on Saturday, January 31st, Risch said Muhoozi, the son of the president, Yoweri Museveni, had crossed a red line despite deleting controversial social media posts and issuing apology to the United States of America. Now, America is saying that Muhoozi Kainerugaba and the Uganda government crossed a red line and sanctions and the steps should be taken against Uganda. Things are burning, ladies and gentlemen. Please subscribe. The Senator, Jim Risch, has urged Donald Trump to reassess Washington's security partnership with Kampala, including imposing sanctions and reviewing military cooperation with the Uganda People's Defense Forces. Risch argued that Muhoozi's conduct should not be dismissed lightly, stressing that removing posts and offering apologies failed to match the gravity of the matter or the potential threat to U.S. interest and regional stability. America has warned that they will not tolerate what it termed as instability and recklessness when American personnel, U.S. interest and civilian lives in the region were at stake. You know, America has rejected to accept Muhoozi Kainerugaba apology, which is good, ladies and gentlemen, because if they forgive Muhoozi Kainerugaba will continue issuing threats to anyone. You know, Muhoozi Kainerugaba thinks that by him being a Uganda Chief of Defense Forces, he rules everything. I want to read for you what the American government has said through Jim Risch, the Foreign and Affairs Committee chairperson. They have said that America should not take lightly what Muhoozi Kainerugaba said, because they have said that Muhoozi threatened America and they should not accept the apology. There is the message from American Senate Foreign Relations Committee chairperson. He said that Commander Muhoozi Kainerugaba has crossed a red line and now the US must re-evaluate its security partnership, which includes sanctions and military cooperation with Uganda. The president's son and likely successor cannot just delete tweets and issue hollow apologies. The US will not tolerate this level of instability and recklessness when American personnel, US interest, and innocent lives in the region are at stake. There are some of the people who can ask me, Bana Ezra or Mr. Ezra, what did Muhoozi Kainerugaba say? If I try to internalize this post from the US Foreign and Affairs Committee, they have said that Muhoozi has crossed the red line and they will not forgive him and they will not tolerate madness of Muhoozi Kainerugaba, Museveni's son. They should take further steps. America says that the apology which Muhoozi issued is hollow and insufficient. This will cause instability. America says that this threat might cause instability from Muhoozi Kainerugaba. And now they must take some steps. Now, Muhoozi earlier had said that the very precise security cooperation between Uganda and the United States has been undermined for a decade now, since 2015 by an imaginative bureaucrats at the embassy. This is in spite of the excellent political relations between the two countries. You know, if you try to internalize that post, Muhoozi had threatened America that they are invading Uganda. He said that the American embassy is causing what we call instability, and they have been undermining Uganda. Little that, did he know that America does not tolerate madness. The Ugandan people are very happy because they are calling now the US president to take Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Like now, if I can read one post from Dr. Daniel Kaguma, he said that the time is now Donald J. Trump, US Department of the State, to act swiftly on Museveni and his son, like Maduro of Venezuela. They are destabilizing the East African region, financing M23 terrorists in Congo, and killing, abducting, assaulting, and disappearing innocent civilians in Uganda. Museveni's son Muhoozi, CDF, who has been terrorizing Ugandans in his role as a publicist, stated on his social media platform that they don't appreciate the generosity of the United States of America taxpayers who are paying billions to sustain the healthcare system of the incompetent 40 years Museveni regime. It is the national interest of the United States of America for the Museveni regime to be canned. Ugandans are ready for this change. You know, Uganda has accepted that the US President Donald Trump should act swiftly and take away Museveni and his son. They should capture him. What is your take? I think the American government have decided, and they might take Museveni and his son. What is your take? I'm humbly requesting you that you subscribe and also share our content to at least one group or three, so that this information can be gotten by thousands of viewers. Also remember to subscribe, like the video, and also share. Let's meet to the next video. I'm Ezra.